Every modern power grid has a distinct moment of severe vulnerability. It arrives right at dusk, when the sun drops below the horizon and the wind completely dies down. This graph shows the exact timing of that vulnerability, the intermittency vacuum. As solar and wind energy production rapidly falls, peak household demand climbs to its highest point of the day. Consider ambitious projects like India's round-the-clock renewable energy initiative. The math reveals a strict physical limit. You cannot run a continuous 24-hour grid solely on solar arrays and wind turbines if the wind stops blowing during peak hours. To bridge that gap, the grid relies on hydropower and pumped storage. These facilities act as massive physical batteries, storing billions of gallons of water as potential kinetic energy. When the evening grid demands power, operators open the gates. Millions of gallons of water rush through turbines on command, instantly spinning up the electricity needed to fill the dark hours. But the water rushing through those turbines doesn't disappear into a vacuum. It flows directly into downstream ecosystems, rivers, and agricultural canals. By turning to water to solve our clean energy timing crisis, we create a direct competition for a finite resource. We pit spinning turbines directly against thirsty crops. This entire system, the industrial water nexus, is a single interconnected journey, stretching from high-altitude extraction points down to low-lying agricultural plains. Upstream, operators manipulate the river's flow based entirely on the volatile, minute-by-minute demands of urban electricity. Downstream, you have vast networks of agricultural fields dependent on that same water. When upstream operators initiate erratic extraction schedules to meet grid spikes, it completely scrambles downstream irrigation networks. This visualization shows the temporal mismatch. On the left, power generation demands sudden, violent bursts of water flow to generate instant torque. On the right, crops require a slow, steady, predictable watering schedule, synced perfectly to seasonal growing cycles. The human impact of these dysynchronized clocks is severe. Farmers face devastating, unpredictable flash floods when the evening grid peaks, followed by harsh dry spells while the dam holds water back to recharge. In this current configuration, securing a reliable flow of carbon-neutral electricity guarantees agricultural failure downstream. It operates as a strict zero-sum game. To prevent this, engineers must artificially balance these competing hydraulic pressures, ensuring neither system sacrifices output. The first structural solution is closed-loop pumped storage, physically separating energy water from agricultural water. Instead of disrupting a natural river, this infrastructure cycles water infinitely between two dedicated, localized reservoirs. It acts as an independent battery without ever draining the main watershed. This diagram maps the second solution, smart allocation models. Specialized software aggregates raw data streams, like weather forecasts, grid demand, and soil moisture, into a central processing core. Predictive algorithms anticipate the daily peaks of the power grid, pre-allocating rapid bursts of water specifically reserved for evening energy demands. At the exact same time, the algorithm calculates the seasonal demands of the agricultural basin. It ensures a baseline volume of water steadily bypasses the turbines entirely to keep crops alive. By combining physical closed loops with digital smart allocation, engineers synchronize these two conflicting clocks. In this updated, carefully managed watershed, the river is no longer a battleground between urban electricity and rural food production. The self-contained, closed-loop systems effortlessly absorb the shock of the evening energy peaks, insulating the downstream ecosystem from sudden, volatile flow changes. Meanwhile, the smart allocation models guarantee that a steady, predictable flow of water reaches the downstream plains on the exact dates the harvest requires it. Building the high-output, reliable grids of tomorrow requires vastly more engineering than simply erecting new solar panels and planting wind turbines. True, long-term sustainability is impossible without first mapping out and mastering the hidden mechanics of the industrial water nexus. By designing harmony between our rivers and our power grids, we ensure that our push to run a carbon-neutral planet doesn't destroy our ability to feed it.